'Tis the season to be spooky, fa la 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 la. Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Know Gavin. Today I'm doing my October TBR, and I am playing my TBR game, Play Your TBR Right. It feels like such a long time since I played this game myself. Last month I forced my friends to play it instead, so that I could read 62 Goosebumps books. How did that go? You will find out eventually. Yeah, we are back in business. There's probably a lot of books to talk about because it's October. So of course all of the spooky content's going to be coming. There's lots of different spooky books that I'd love to read for it. So I'm gonna have to jump straight into it, otherwise we'll be here for hours. But I still want to play my game. I have missed it. So if you don't know, Play Your TBR Right is a TBR game that I based off of Play Your Cards Right, as well as Becca's Bookopoly and Cody's Wheel of TBR. This game helps me pick. I've been doing this for well over a year, so I will leave the rules in the description box if you want to check them out to see what this game is actually about. Quite a convoluted game, not gonna lie. So I'm going to put the cards down for now so that we can talk about all the books that I need to read before we even play the game. Firstly, there are two readathons that I would love to take part in October. I won't be doing a specific TBR for either of these readathons. I just want to mention them to show that I am interested, and hopefully you guys will be interested in them as well. So the first one is Spoopathon, which is hosted by Spoops at Spoopy Hall, and the second one is Gothtober, which is hosted by Hannah Elida M, Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe, and Tish from Little Wolf. I want to say if I can use any of the books that I get in this TBR game to fit into either of those readathons. On to book clubs. The first one is Middle Grade Monthly, and we are reading They Threw Us Away by Daniel Kraus. This one follows some discarded teddies that try and find their way back to their owners. That is essentially all I know about it. It has some gorgeous illustrations in, and it is the first book in the Teddy saga, so there is more coming. I believe the sequel has just been released. I don't think the Teddies are possessed or anything. I just think it's a very eerie atmosphere, so looking forward to reading it. I've heard great things, so yeah. Next is a book that I've literally just read, so it's not actually part of my TBR this month, but I do want to mention it because it is part of Frost Heart Along, which is what I'm hosting. So we're reading book 3 in October. It's just come out in the UK. And for those asking about Frost Heart Along, yes, it is still happening. I think I'm going to do a live show for the first two Frost Heart books together, and then a final Frost Heart Along live show for the final book. And I do have a reading vlog for this. I do cry at the end of it. I got really, really emotional when I read this book, and I do cry at the end of the vlog. So beware of that. Yeah, I love the series so much. I'm not going to mention what it's about again. I mentioned it so many times. I will instead link the Frost Heart Along announcement video in the description box so that you can find out what the series is about, as well as what Frost Heart Along is about. And I do have a Patreon. We have two book clubs for the Patreon, and one of them is the middle grade book club that we are doing. So we're reading Small Spaces by Catherine Arden in October. If you'd like to join my Patreon, I do have a link in the description box, and you can join it for as little as £3 a month to support the channel. No obligations, of course. There are different things, different perks you can get from it, but one of them is a brand new middle grade book club that I'm doing with just my patrons. So yeah, Small Spaces is our first one. I do have another book club with my patrons for the young adult and the adult books, and I'm going to come to that when I show you the Patreon rounds, because we do play Your TBR Right live every month, and one of the rounds is to choose our Patreon book club. So this is the middle grade book club one, and I will talk about what we won or lost at for the Patreon round later on. So the books that I am obliged to read in October for different video ideas and vlogs and things like that. The first set are these ones, and these ones are for my From Book to Disney adaptation video series, which I have already done the Golden Age of Disney animation and the first half of the Silver Age of Disney animation. So I need to do the second part to the Silver Age video, and these ones are the ones that I need to read to discuss in that video. So we have The 101 Dalmatians by Dodie Smith, we have The Sword and Stone by T.H. White, and then we also have The Jungle Books by Rudyard Kipling. And with The Jungle Books, I have already read this. I read this at uni, but I've forgotten quite a lot of it, and I do want to compare it to the animated movie The Jungle Book. So I'm going to be rereading that one, and I've never read The Sword and the Stone or 101 Dalmatians before, so I'm interested in, checking them out. I believe you'll most likely know what these books are about, so I won't go into a synopsis of them. But yeah, these ones are for that From Book to Disney adaptation series, The Silver Age Part 2. So I'm so excited because I love doing that video series. It's a pain in the butt to edit, but I love doing it anyway. It makes me feel smart. Another series that I'm I'm kind of doing on my channel as well is from book to movie adaptation, and I did Fear Street a couple of months back now. I asked my patrons what book they would like me to read next that inspired a movie, and I gave them some options and they voted on that poll, and the winner of that poll was I Know What You Did Last Summer by Lois Duncan. This one inspired the 1997 hit slasher film I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is one of my favourite slasher films from when I was a teen. So it does follow 4 teens who run somebody over and they try to cover it up, and a year later somebody knows what happened and leaves them threatening notes. I do know that the book is totally different to the film, as many people have mentioned, but I would love to compare and contrast the movie with the book and say what was similar and what was different. So thank you my patrons for voting for this one. I'm so excited to read it. To follow up on my camping outside vlog that I did last October, I have another special treat for you guys. So I will be doing a Most Haunted vlog, and I will be reading Yvette Fielding's The House in the Woods, the first book in the Ghost Hunter Chronicles series, in that vlog. So it's going to be a Most Haunted vlog. If you don't know what Most Haunted is, it is a it's supposed to be a reality TV show where Yvette Fielding is the host, and she, along with the medium, goes into these really haunted places. And there are a team of people as well, and they stay the night in these haunted places. They try and hear to see if there's any sounds going on and any ghost-like activity going on. And you know what? It was such an entertaining show. It was most likely fake. But it was so entertaining. So I'm going to be doing a Most Haunted vlog, and I will be doing loads of special things for it. I'm really excited for it. But I will be reading Yvette Fielding's children's book, which has just come out now, I think it's out now, where a group of kids use a Ouija board and they accidentally unleash some spirits, and they have to try and rectify what they've done. So it sounds really good. I'm looking forward to it. And that vlog, can't wait to do that vlog. There's going to be costumes. And I'm hoping it will rival the camping outside vlog. I hope. So for the last 3 need to read in October for a vlog, and I found an article from BuzzFeed of some of the most disturbing books that traumatize readers, and I picked 3 books from that list. And on that list were Come Closer by Sarah Gran, I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid, as well as The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. I kind of don't really know what these ones are about, and I don't want to spoil myself. I mean, there were more choices on the list, but these were the 3 that I really wanted to read for it, especially The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum, because if everybody knows me, they know that Off Season by Jack Ketchum is one of the most disturbing books that I've ever read personally, and I don't shut up about it. And I've heard The Girl Next Door is worse. I mean, good, like people have said it's brilliant, but it's also way more disturbing than Off Season, and I don't know how that's possible. I really don't. So I'm excited to read it. Also really terrified. So that vlog I'm excited for. I'll be going to York, which is kind of a haunting kind of place when I read these books, so it's going to be a really cool vlog. I'm so excited to do it, and yeah, hopefully I will love these and also be really disturbed by them. I mean, if they apparently traumatize readers, it better traumatize me. So on to the live rounds that I play with my patrons every month, and we played 3 rounds, and the first round was Between the Shadows of Rookhaven by Padre Kenny and The Deep by Anna Katsu. And this was the book that I really wanted to read. This is the book that I pulled out of the Bag of Dread and didn't want to read. So we lost, and I am reading The Deep. And it's not that I don't ever want to not read it, I just haven't heard the best things about it. Like, I love things to do with the Titanic, but I just haven't heard great things. This one, I think, is somebody who survives the Titanic. There are some ghostly happenings on. They survive the sinking of the Titanic, and then they go on to the Britannic afterwards. I might be getting mixed up with real life here. Oh no, I'm right. Annie survives the Titanic and then she goes on the Britannic. So yeah, this sounds like a bit of a ghost story mixed in with the occult. And I love the idea of it, but I don't think the execution is up to scratch, maybe. That's what I've heard anyway. So I am looking forward to reading it, but we did lose that round. So that means it's 1 loss added to the tally. The next round was Between the Sad Ghost Club by Liz Meddens and Master of One by Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. This was the one I really wanted to read. This is the one I didn't want to read, mainly because it's like just really big and I don't know. We won this one. Great, because it means I got a graphic novel on this already massive TBR, not gonna lie, it's already quite a big TBR. I don't really know anything about this one, just that the ghost is rather anxious, rather sad, and I think it explores his feelings. It says, join the Sad Ghost Club and find your kindred spirits, you are not alone. It sounds like it's gonna really hit me in the feels, not gonna lie, it's probably gonna make me cry. I like a little bit of a spooky, kind of cute, a spoopy kind of middle grade graphic novel or young adult graphic novel. I don't actually know where this fits in, but this will also be perfect for Spoopathon, so who knows, who knows. But yes, we won one, so we get to add that to the wins tally. And then finally, for the Patreon book club, we all chose books that we would love to read, and with the help of my friend Jess, thank you so much Jess, she did a poll and we had to pick between the book that won the poll and the book that came bottom of the poll. So the book that came top of the poll was The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. This was the one that everybody wanted to read, and the one that came at the bottom of the poll was My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, which the least amount of people voted for, and we lost. We lost the game and we are reading My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, and I'm actually quite excited to read it. I do want to read this one. All I know is that this one follows Jade and she has to use her encyclopedic knowledge of horror films to survive. And I don't know, that sounds a little bit Scream-esque, and I love Scream, it's my favourite horror film. I don't know what to expect, I'm so excited really. I know my patrons and I lost this round, and I was excited to read this one, not gonna lie. But you know what, I'm making the most of it, I think it's gonna be great. Add that to the losses, but it's not really a loss in here. My heart is not a chainsaw. So on to the actual Play Your TBR Right rounds. Oh my gosh. Let's get into it. So for the middle grade round, I'm going to do a middle grade round, a young adult round, and an adult round. So for the middle grade round, I want to read Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. And this one, I think it comes out in a few days, so I'm really excited to read it. This one follows Anna, and she is at this academy that trains marine biologists. They are in this like 150-year-old war with another academy or something like that. There are adventures under the sea. It sounds really good. I can't explain it well because I can't really find the best synopses of this book. I feel like most of them are trying to avoid spoilers, so that's all I know, that's all I want to know. I'm most likely to lose this round anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is the one that I really want to read. So then popping my hand into the Bag of Dread, we will see what it is that I will be reading if I lose. Oh shit. Okay. The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. I swear this one's been in a round before, but I won the round, so I never had to read it, so I put the slip of paper back in. This one is, I mean, it's more like a non-fiction in Middle-earth, kind of, like it tells you like what happened prior to the events of the Lord of the Rings series. So it's more like a history of Middle-earth kind of thing, almost. I don't know, it's something like that, but not really something I want to read right now. I did really enjoy the Lord of the Rings series, to be fair. Yeah, this is the one that I will have to read if I lose. So let's get into our first game. Oh, I missed you so much. Okay, let's start the first round. Right, I mean, people keep saying my shuffling's rubbish, especially on my Patreon live shows. But you know what? I don't care. Let's do the first card. Oh, it's a 1, or it's the highest and lowest card. If you don't know the rules, they're in the description box. Ace, oh my gosh, amazing start. So higher than an ace. I'm just gonna say higher. I'm gonna say it's the lowest card. Higher than an ace it is. Another ace! Oh my gosh! So this, right, so that was like the lowest. I know when I get a double, I have to shuffle again and like guess higher or lower. But because it's an ace, I'm going to say that one's the lowest, this one's the highest, okay? So it is the same card, but different properties, okay? That's what I'm going with that. So that is 2 aces in a row. Oh my god. But that means there's going to be less aces moving forward because I take all of the cards out after I played them. So that may not be good for a future round. However, let's say lower than an ace. Lower than an ace it is a 4. Awesome. Okay, so a 4, not too bad. And if you are watching the premiere, do shout along higher or lower in the live chat. I would love to see that. So I'm going to say higher than a 4. I think it must be higher than a 4, right? So higher than a 4 it is a 6. Ooh, okay, it's a 6. It's a 6, so that's a little bit tricky. It's like kind of in the middle. I do get 1 swap per round. However, I don't think I'm allowed to swap at this late game. Well, at this late stage in the game even. Oh god, okay. Higher or lower than a 6. Do I want to read the Silmarillion in October? No, I don't. Do I want to read Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan in October? Yes, I do. Higher than a 6. I mean, I could swap it, but I could swap it for a worse card. I could swap it for a 7. I think... No, I don't think I'm allowed to swap. This is my own rules and I've forgotten them. Don't think I'm allowed to swap this late in the game. I think I can only swap the first 3 and I'm going to get after that. Although I haven't picked what I won when I hit 20 wins. Usually I get to do something when I hit 20 wins, and I hit 20 wins last TBR game. I haven't picked anything. So maybe I can give myself the option to swap that, as, you know, so I can swap the first 4 cards if I want to. That can be a win. Nah, I'm gonna go higher. I'm just gonna say higher. Higher than 6 it is. An 8! Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, I almost talked myself out of it. I almost swapped it, but it's an 8. It is an 8. Which means I get to read Daughter of the Deep. I do still have a life as well. I've got 2 more rounds and I've still got a life. Awesome. I'm going to keep these cards out. So for the young adult round, the book that I want to read is Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Webber. This one comes out in May, and it's about like a kingdom, obviously. Where is the summary? You know what, I don't think there is a summary in this. Oh wait, there is. It's on the back. Yeah, it follows 2 sisters, 1 crown. Princess Rose is heir to the throne, trained from birth to fear the witches that killed her mother. She will do anything to protect her kingdom. Wren is the secret sister no one knows about, raised in the hidden witch village. She plots to usurp the princess. So it's like some kind of battle between both sisters, and they don't know of one another, or at least they don't know that they are sisters. So that sounds really, really good. And I'm excited to read it. And I got it so early too, so I feel like I should read it as soon as possible. So this is the book that I want to read. So the book that I don't want to read alongside that is... Oh no. This'll ruin... Oh no. I wanted to do this for a future video. Okay. On a Sea of Glass. So speaking of the Titanic, On a Sea of Glass is a non-fiction book written by Tad Fitch, J. Kent Layton and Bill Wormstead. And this one details so many things about the Titanic, loads of things that people probably don't know about. So I was going to read this next year, and I was going to pick out some things that I genuinely never knew about the Titanic or what happened, so that I could do a video on it. And I really do not want to read it in October. I want to save it for next year. I want to save it for this video I wanted to do. There are 2 columns per page, so it's like double the amount. And it's also like small writing. There are a few photographs in it, not gonna lie, there are some photos, but still, I just don't want to read it right now, okay? But it's weird that I got 2 Titanic books in one TBR video, isn't it? I'm down 2 aces, which are 2 of the best cards in the deck. And we are gonna play the second round. Right, okay. First card is a 5. Oh no, I'm not losing so quickly. I do still have a life. So if I have to, I'll use a life. If I lose this next bit, because I could swap, but I also want to save the swap for a little bit later in case I get like a 7 or an 8 or a 6. Essentially, there's more chance of it being higher. So I want to say higher, but if I lose, I'm using a life. Okay, so higher than a 5. Higher than a 5 it is. Oh. 6? Oh, 5, 6, okay. Okay. I said I was going to swap if I got a 6. But what if I get another one that's a 7? I've still got my life. I might just use my life. No, I can't use my life. I'll save the swap, I'm just going to guess, and I'll use my life if I lose. Now, honestly, this is bad. Like, I should not be strategizing like this, but I'm not reading a non-fiction Titanic book in October. It's not happening. You've seen my TBR so far, it's not happening. So I'm just going to say higher than a 6 again. I think, again, there's more chance of it being higher. So I'm going to say higher than a 6. It is... It's Jack the Ghost. Right, I did a Patreon live show, like a couple of months ago. We did cocktail night. And... Oh, this is scary. And I was playing my patrons' TBR, like they were guessing for themselves, and I was doing the cards and stuff along with cocktails. And we had ghostly activity because we kept turning the cards and they will be in sequence. Even though I shuffled right in front of them, I shuffled in front of everyone, we had cards in sequence, and then we had like a random sequence, and then I shuffled the cards again, and then the next one was the exact same random sequence. It was Jack the Ghost. And I think that's what's happening here. He really wants me to read that Titanic non-fiction book. Oh, okay, higher or lower than a 7. I'm swapping. I'm sorry, mates, I'm swapping. Swapping the 7 for a 4. Swapping the 7 for a 4. Okay, 4. Nice. It's nice and low. Nice and low. Also, I'm not allowed to use my life if I get to the last card. Like, that's always been a rule. Just letting you know. Hopefully I don't need to do that. Hopefully I just win. But I'm going to say higher than a 4. So higher than a 4 it is. A 9. Okay, 9's not too bad. Oh god, but that means I don't have a swap. And I can't use my life now. I cannot use my life. Oh no, it's going to be a hard card. Gut is saying low. Oh, but no, I didn't get any of like King, Jack, Queen, I think in the last round, did I? Did I? I don't think I did. Which means there's a good probability that there is a Jack, a King or a Queen in the last bit. Because I haven't seen one yet. But there's more chance of it being lower. I think 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, there's 7 cards lower than a 9 and there's only Jack, King, Queen. There's only 3 higher. Jokers are both high and low. Aces are both high and low. There's more chance of it being lower. I'm going to say lower. I'm going to say lower, but I bet you it's going to end up being like a King or something. Okay, lower than a 9. Lower than a 9. It's a Joker! Yay! Oh my god, I genuinely, when I saw the card turn over in the viewfinder, I thought that was like a King or a Queen. Like, seeing the person, I thought I'd lost. I thought I'd, oh my god, yes. 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 Which means I get to read Twin Crowns in October. Yay! It's quite big actually. It's like 500 pages. Well, it's over 500 pages. Is it a win? I don't know, but I'm really excited to read it. So the last round I want to play is How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackey. This one is about a girl who gets convicted of a crime she didn't commit. However, the crime she did commit was kill 6 members of her family, and she has no remorse for it. So I'm really, really intrigued to see what all of that's about. Yeah, I've heard really good things about it, so I really want to read it. Sounds like it might have some dark humour in it. So this is the one that I really want to read. And then the last book to pick from the Bag of Dread is... Oh, I've just put this one in. Okay, I've just put this one in. It is Piranesi? I don't even know if I've spelled it right. If this is anything like The Starless Sea, I'm going to be mad. Can't even tell you what this is about. Genuinely, the back of this book doesn't even tell you what it's about. Piranesi lives in the house, perhaps he always has, as she's going to appear, scratched out and chalk on the pavements. Someone new in the house. But who are they and what do they want? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. And some people have said, even though they've read it, they still don't know what it's about. So it sounds very Starless Sea-esque, and I really didn't like Starless Sea. This is the one that I will have to read if I lose this round. The only reason I'm doing only 3 rounds this time round is literally because I have so much I want to read. So it should go back to 4 rounds soon, hopefully. But yeah, 3 rounds for the October time. And I've just read all of Goosebumps in 1 month. Give me a break, will you? Give me a break. Okay, last round. Go. I can't help singing the theme song or like the tension music in my head while I do this. Anyway, let's go to the first card and it is a 7. Shit. No, I'm swapping it. Swapping it. I'm not playing with a 7. I'm not playing with a 7, so we are swapping the 7 for a 2. Oh, yay, it's a 2. Okay, that's so much better. Okay, we're playing with a 2. Starting off with a 2. So I'm going to say higher than a 2. Higher than a 2 it is. A 9. 9's okay. We did have that very close call in the last round where it turned out to be a Joker. However, I don't think I'll be that lucky again. So I'm going to say lower than a 9. It's what I would have said the last time. It's what I was going to say the last time. So I'm going to say lower than a 9. Lower than a 9. It's a 2! Oh my god! Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Higher than a 2, obviously. Higher than a 2. I'll give you a second if you're playing at home. Higher, lower, higher. Higher, lower than a 2. Higher. Higher than a 2 it is. Okay. It's another 2. I need to swap that. It's not like the aces where they can be high or low. The 2, it is the same card. So I'm going to have to swap and guess higher or lower than a 2. So I'm going to say higher than a 2. Queen! Okay, brilliant. It's a queen. Yay. Okay, brilliant. This is looking really good. This is looking really, really good. And people say I shuffle shit. Well, suck on that. So, lower than a queen. Lower than a queen it is. I do shuffle shit. I do. Because it's a queen again. So I'm going to have to shuffle again. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. I'm going to say lower than a queen, but I bet you get a freaking king. I bet your karma's going to bite me in the arse right now, and I'm going to say lower than a queen, but this is going to be a king. You just watch. Okay, Lower than a queen. Jack. Phew. Oh my god, that was so close. It was a jack. Oh. I won all three of my rounds. So I'm gonna read How to Kill Your Family. You know what, I'm just too good at this game now. I used to be rubbish, but now I'm just amazing. Okay, these are all the books I want to read in October. Technically, I read like 64 books in September with Goosebumps because I read Frost Heart 3 and What Lives in the Woods. So really, I've read 64 books last month. This is nothing compared to that. However, the Goosebumps books you can finish in an hour. None of these I don't think you can finish in an hour. So, and also I've just went really, really dark, like the lighting in this. I mean, ambiance, am I right? Ambiance. These are a lot of books. Although, to be fair, that Frost Heart 3 there I don't need to read again. So I can take that one off. Okay, that was Play Your TBR Right October edition. I'm so excited about what I have planned for October. I hope you will join me on that journey. And if you want to join me on this journey, don't forget you can subscribe down below so you don't miss any future content. You can join my Patreon, you can follow me on social media, any of those. And yeah, leave this video a like if you enjoyed it and leave a comment. Let me know how you got on with the TBR game. How many times did you win? How many times did you lose? And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye. Oh my god, I didn't even have to use a life. Oh god, I'm so good.